Hello everyone. Now so far in the fluid mechanics we have discussed about properties of fluid, fluid statics, fluid kinematics and fluid dynamics. In that we have discussed the laminar turbulent flow, transition flow. Also we have discussed the flow through pipe. Now next part is from unit number 6, that is boundary layer. Now we know that the fluid flows in the form of layers. Now, fluid may consist air or liquid. Let us take an example of this car. Now in that the fluid is, in this case, is air. Now this air is passing over this car, that is in the form of aerodynamic shape, and fluid is passing like this layers of fluid. Now the boundary is formed over that surface. Now we have to take an example of, suppose the fluid is passing over flat plate. Now for that, suppose this is our one flat plate, assume it is as straight, and it is free stream velocity in this direction. Now when fluid pass over this plate, what happens? There is layers of fluid, and we know that the viscosity is property which is retarding that flow. Now in that the the development of this velocity we are showing velocity develop, or graph of velocity or distribution of velocity, that at the bottom the layer which is at this bottom of the flow. Now this is free stream velocity is denoted by capital U, and the velocity upward goes increases, and this plate is stationary plate. For that the velocity distribution is gradually increases, and at top there is maximum velocity. Now for the layers are formed, and it is thin layer which are forming over that fixed plate. Now what is boundary layer in that? The boundary layer is that thin layer of fluid in the immediate vicinity of bounding surface, that is solid body, over which velocity gradient and shear stress are large. Now let's move to next, that is the basics of boundary layer. Now concept of boundary layer was first introduced by a German engineer, Prandtl, in 1904. Now according to Prandtl theory, when a real fluid, now we know that there are real fluid and one is imagine, imaginary fluid, or we can say not ideal fluid. But ideal fluid is not exist, hence all fluid are real, and for our understanding purpose or reference fluid, the water is treated as the, the ideal fluid. Now according to Prandtl theory, when the real fluid passed a stationary solid boundary at large value of Reynolds number, the flow will be divided into two regions. Now what is the Reynolds number? We know that it's dimensionless number, and depending on the value of Reynolds number, we can say the flow is laminar, turbulent, or transition. Now there are two values, that is for flow of fluid flowing through circular shape, the Reynolds number should be less than 2000 for laminar flow. Then for turbulent flow, Reynolds number value is greater than 4000, and in between the two values, that is 2000 and 4000, the Reynolds number value, we have transition flow. Now this value is in case of circular shape. Now in case of rectangular plate, means suppose flow of fluid is flowing through plates or over plates, then the what will be the Reynolds number value? That is for laminar flow, Reynolds number should be less than 3.5 into 10 raised to 5 for plate, and for turbulent flow Reynolds number value is greater than 4 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, and in between that we know that the flow is transition. Now a thin layer of adjoining the boundary called as boundary layer. We have already discussed definition. Boundary layer is thin layer which is formed in the vicinity of solid surface and fluid layer. Now where the viscous effect of rotation cannot be neglected. And second region is, according to Prandtl, an outer region away from the surface of object where the viscous effects are very small and can be neglected. Okay, means at the uppermost layer of the flow. Means uppermost layer means, now take an again same example that we have this plate and free stream velocity, that fluid is flowing in this direction and the distribution is like this. Means the uppermost layer has very small effect of viscosity. Now the flow behavior is similar to the upstream of flow. Okay, in this case a potential flow can be assumed. Now next is, these are all related to boundary layer. We have to first discuss what is boundary layer. We have already studied definition, that is it is thin layer form while fluid is flowing. Now since the fluid at the boundaries has zero velocity, means we have already studied in the class also that the fluid is in contact with surface has zero velocity, and by effect of viscosity the one layer of fluid is offering resistance to another layer. Hence as we move from bottom to top, the viscosity or velocity, because of viscosity the velocity of fluid is increases. Okay, and at uppermost layer there is maximum velocity. The velocity gradient in a real fluid sets up shear force near the boundary that reduces the flow speed to the boundary of surface. Now the fluid layer which has its velocity affected by the boundary shear is called as boundary layer. Now this is another definition of boundary layer. Now for smooth upstream boundaries, the boundary layer starts out as laminar boundary layer. Now we have discussed that is smooth boundary layer and rough boundary layer. In that, in which the fluid particle moves in smooth layer. Also next point is, as laminar boundary layer increases in thickness, it becomes unstable and finally transforms to turbulent boundary layer, in which the fluid particle moves haphazard path. Haphazard path means that is zigzag path, and lines of fluid are crossing to each other. That lines of flow are crossing each other in turbulent flow, and it is not well defined path of lines of fluid flow in turbulent flow. Now when the boundary layer has become turbulent, there is still a very thin layer next to the boundary layer that has laminar motion, is called as laminar sublayer. Now we will discuss what is laminar sublayer next. Now it is the required diagram, that is for, now we have discussed what is boundary layer, but how it developing, that is this diagram tells the development of boundary layer for flow over a flat plate and the difference of different flow regimes. The vertical scale has been graded, exaggerated, greatly exaggerated, and horizontal scale has been shortened. Now in some book there is the free stream velocity is indicated by letter U. Let's take, now this here we have this denoted by V, it may be denoted by U. Okay, and there are, now this is the small plate. Okay, it is shown single, now let make it as double. We are discussing now the this u is free stream velocity, which is denoted by upward section by v later. Okay, we can denote capital V or u, that is the free stream velocity, that is actual velocity of fluid. And this diagram tells some development of boundary layer. Now how it is developing? For that, now let's introduce some part of figure. This end of this formation of boundary layer is called as the leading edge. What is leading edge? Now leading means from this point this boundary layer start forming, and this last end I am showing here, it is known as trailing edge. Okay, it is trailing edge. Now let's undo it. This, okay, trailing edge. Now what is the, now first let's discuss the effects of boundary layer. Now there are two effects of boundary layer. Now first effect is boundary layer add the effective thickness of the body through the displacement thickness, hence increases in pressure drag. Now what is drag, will discuss further. The shear force, now second effect of that boundary layer is the shear force at the boundary layer or boundary surface create a thin skin friction. Now it is skin friction. Let's study now development of boundary layer. Now when the fluid is flowing with velocity u, that is or v, free stream velocity, there is first region. Now it is shown as up to distance x ct, that is laminar boundary layer. In means in this, when fluid pass over that flat plate, okay, I have already shown that flat plate is the bottom surface, it is shown by single line. Okay, you can assume it is flat plate which is stationary. Laminar boundary layer is formed in the first region, means the fluid lines are parallel and not crossing to each other. Also Reynolds number value, now in this case, is less than 3.5 into 10 raised to 5 for, okay, for plate, fluid flowing over plate, that is 3.5 into 10 raised to 5. Okay, this is for laminar flow of fluid flowing over plate. Okay, let's undo. And for turbulent flow, this value is 4 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, now in between that, first region is laminar boundary layer, means in that the fluid has some velocity and the lines of fluid are parallel to each other. Now further, when fluid, the distance increases, means at x value, now x means the along the horizontal scale line or along x axis, as distance of plate increases, the fluid flow becomes transition, or there is transition region, means some lines are parallel to each other or some lines are crossing each other. No, that is fluid is not perfectly laminar or not perfectly turbulent. Now the last boundary which is formed, that is turbulent boundary layer, which in which the fluid velocity increases and lines of fluid are crossing each other. Now what is laminar boundary layer? That is when a flat smooth plate is placed parallel to the direction of flow, the flow in the boundary layer is laminar through the main flow, is turbulent near to the leading edge of plate. This layer of fluid is said to be laminar boundary layer. Now turbulent boundary layer, we have also discussed the turbulent boundary layer, and there is one more laminar sublayer. Now here it is not name, I will show where is this, the parallel line which are shown at the bottom of this in the region of turbulent boundary layer, this is known as laminar sublayer. Now laminar sublayer is region in the turbulent boundary layer zone adjacent to the solid surface of plate. Now means at this plate, no sorry, at this place the lines of fluid are parallel to each other. Okay, let's move next about boundary layer. Okay, it is all about we have discussed in the diagram. Now what is boundary layer thickness? Now, it is denoted by, you should remember that all notation for denoting the boundary layer. Now first, boundary layer thickness. Now it is denoted by delta, and it is defined as the distance from the boundary to the point where we get the velocity of fluid equal to 99% of the free stream velocity. Now it is approximately, and now what is that? Let's again take same example, that it is plate and fluid is flowing over that plate with free stream velocity u. Now the velocity distribution is like this, we know that velocity distribution. Now it is free stream velocity, it will be appear at somewhere top, but the distance, now this is distance where we get, now it is small u, where this is equal to 0.99, no, 0.99 of this free stream velocity. Getting? Now for that distance is known as boundary layer thickness, denoted by delta. Okay, let's undo and let's move. Now there are some more definition regarding to this boundary layer concepts. First is boundary layer displacement thickness, it is denoted by delta and star. Star is at top of this delta. Then boundary layer momentum thickness, it is denoted by theta, and boundary layer energy thickness, which is denoted by delta suffix small e. Now let's see what is the boundary layer thickness in terms of displacement, momentum and energy. Okay, boundary layer displacement thickness. Now it is the distance perpendicular to the boundary by which boundary should be displaced outward to compensate. Now we have to remember, to compensate for the, I have already underlined, reduction of in discharge. Okay, here the reduction in discharge is important. Now it is the distance, we have already discussed, all these are nothing but the distances. Okay, thickness means it the distance. Now distance perpendicular to the solid boundary layer by which the boundary should be displaced to compensate for the reduction in discharge of the flowing fluid in the formation of boundary layer. Now what is next? Consider two types of fluid flow past a stationary horizontal plate with velocity u, as shown. This figure is at next page. Okay, and it is boundary layer displacement thickness, denoted by delta. Now it has formula. Okay, you can also see in book. Now considering our exam, now this lockdown phase, and considering the other exam point of view, there may be multiple choice question. Okay, so far the information gathered, so we have to remember its formula also. Okay, these are important because there may be chances of asking numericals on these formulas. Now we know that capital U is free stream velocity and small u is the velocity at any distance from bottom. Now if that velocity is 0.9% of 0.99% of free stream velocity, then that distance is boundary layer thickness, but we are studying that is the what is boundary layer displacement thickness, and to compensate for reduction in discharge in the boundary layer formation or for the formation of boundary layer. For that, the formula is there, delta star is equal to integration of 1 minus u upon capital U in the dy. Now dy is distance of x axis. Now where is dy means difference between y2 minus y1 over distance for the u. We have already seen the diagram, okay, or we can again see that. What is, suppose we take it, then at any distance if we show it is delta star, okay, and this u is free stream velocity, and at this instant suppose there is velocity small u, and this capital, it is x and it is y, okay. And from that we have taken that formula, and this formula is important for us, okay. Once we remember this formula, the further formula are also related with the same, with slightly more addition to the current formula for boundary layer displacement thickness, okay. I think it is clear. Now next, here for this the definitions also in the same wording, only this after this part after compensate for, okay, this is changing, that is underlying part is only changing in this for other definition. Now let's see next definition, that is boundary. This is all about boundary layer displacement thickness. That PDF will be uploaded to our classroom, and you also see this video or classroom and our college official YouTube channel. Next is boundary layer momentum thickness. Now what is that? Now this the rest of definition is same, okay. It is the distance perpendicular to the solid boundary layer by which the boundary should be displaced to compensate for reduction in momentum. Now in first there is reduction in discharge, okay. Here there is reduction in momentum of the flowing fluid in the formation of boundary layer. Now another definition of boundary layer thickness is boundary layer momentum thickness is often used to predict drag forces on the object surface. We'll discuss further that drag, lift, okay, weight of object, skin friction, we'll discuss in next point. Now let's thus what is the momentum thickness, that is we have seen. Now momentum of fluid is nothing but the mass per second into velocity, that is mass flowing per second into velocity, and we can derive the final formula, okay. Derivation may be asked, but in this case it is, if the no theory exam, then there will be only multiple choice question, hence you should remember firstly in this point, that is the multiple choice question point. Next is the its formula. What is formula? That is momentum thickness is denoted by theta, and it is equal to integration within the limit 0 to delta u upon u in bracket 1 minus u by u, this is into dy. Here theta is known as boundary layer momentum thickness, and the momentum thickness represents the vertical distance that the solid boundary layer must displace upward so that ideal fluid has the same mass momentum as the real fluid. And now one more part is there, that is shape factor. Now shape factor is, it is related with it both, that is displacement thickness delta star and momentum thickness theta. Now and this shape factor is denoted by letter, okay, first undo it, h. Shape factor is denoted by h, which is equal to delta star by theta. Means shape factor is the ratio of momentum, sorry, boundary layer displacement thickness to the boundary layer momentum thickness. And the last part in the boundary layer formation, that is last definition is boundary layer energy thickness. First is boundary layer displacement thickness, then before that we have discussed boundary layer thickness, then boundary layer displacement thickness, then boundary layer momentum thickness, and last is boundary layer energy thickness. Now in that it is denoted by delta suffix e, and again the definition is we have formulated in the same form so that we can remember the only one point and other definition can be easy to remember. It is not, you can say, the one method, but we have for our easiness of remember this definition is, and it is to compensate for reduction in, okay, kinetic energy of the flowing fluid in the formation of boundary layer, and it is denoted by, again it is denoted by delta E is equal to integration of 0 to delta u upon u in bracket 1 minus u square upon capital U square into dy. Kinetic energy is, has formula. What is kinetic energy formula? That is kinetic energy is 1/2, we know that, m, okay, sorry there is no space, 1/2 mv square, that is kinetic energy. Now in that v can be, that m can be replaced. How we can replace m? That is, what is mass flow? Mass flow can be replaced by density as per definition of density, mass per unit volume. What is density? Mass per unit volume. Means let's undo mass per unit volume. Hence we have mass in it, mass is equal to density into volume. Now that volume of fluid flowing through, now what is that volume? Can have volume or specific region, that is u into x, or say b, that is thickness, into dy, so that we have rho u b dy, okay. And kinetic energy, in the kinetic energy we see that 1/2 we can put in place of mass this term, okay, and v square, okay. So we can derive this formula by further derivation, and final formula is this, okay. Okay, it's all about this concept of boundary layer. Now if you have any queries regarding this topic, you can reply through comments in the classroom, or you can text me, or you can WhatsApp for any queries about the topic. Okay, thank you.